Welcome, Leo. Welcome to my channel. We're going to do June's reading, and I got like a little small theme here to go through, and as well as three of the decks I have are the Wild Unknown. I have the Wild Unknown Tarot, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirits, and the Wild Unknown Archetypes, as well as these cards here, which are called the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracles, and then we're going to end it with a postcard from Spirit. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're going to go ahead and get the like the theme for the month, like a topic. What's coming up for Leo for June 2021? What's coming up? Okay, so what's coming up for Leo is we have the Thanatos. So this is 73. So we're going to go ahead and see, just take a look at this picture. Looks like a spider web there. This is Thanatos. We're going to see what this card means, okay? If I can find it in here. $73. Give me a second, I gotta find it. Just 70, here we go. Almost there. There we go, Thanatos. Okay, Leo, let's see what this card means for you, okay? So, it's interesting that's in that web, like stuck in it. So this is actually death. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as a transformation, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos. It sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. So you might be like maybe dabbling in some kind of like, dark magic or interested in it. Nothing like bad, I don't mean that, but just, interested in it, curious about it, realizing that there is dark in the world, that we all have, not just, what they consider like bad or evil kind of people, but you might be really tapping into that, not wisdom of that, knowing that life goes on even after death. It's just in a different dimension or world. So we're going to get the rest of this meaning. There are those with a great gift for navigating Thanatos energy. Thankfully, we find these generous souls in emergency rooms, hospitals, hospice centers, and the like. Yeah, so not being like afraid of death or scared of it, we're creeped out by it or anything. Pacing Thanatos' death leads us to Althea, the truth. And it says, when it's light, it's grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. When dark, fear of insensitivity to old age, illness, and dying. Go Deeper, The Mower by Philip Larkin. So that might be something you want to check out. So there's something about like maybe you're realizing, that there is beauty to darkness in some ways. Not being afraid of death, like it was saying, finding them in emergency rooms and stuff. Like, a lot of the medical people have to deal with it pretty regularly. So they kind of get more immune to it. Not really immune to it, but in touch with it, kind of. Not all of them. There are some. I'm a nurse, so I know that there are some that kind of get freaked out by it. But we just kind of figure it's part of life, kind of. And you just do the best you can with the person who is passing and stuff. So anyway, enough about that stuff. Now we're going to get another theme with these cards here. Let's see what else is coming out with this Thanatos. So you might be exploring like, the darker things in life, really realizing that things are, that's part of life, kind of, if that makes sense. And now we have power struggle. You may be involved in a power struggle between two or more people. So it could be because of this power struggle, you're realizing, you know, how close life and death really are, how short life is here on Earth. And, you know, even if we die, maybe there's another dimension or to go to, or you might be feeling that really deeply. This power struggle, I'm getting for some of you, it could have been like a close person that you were close to has passed, and there might be a power struggle over the inheritance, or how they wanted to be laid to rest or anything like that. There could be that going on too for a few of you. But we're going to see what this power struggle is as well. Or even like stuff like, well, they always liked you better, or, you know, things like that. The kind of the petty stuff more so. You may be involved in a power struggle between two or more people. A power struggle happens when two people or a group of people are fighting against each other instead of working together. Each person has their own agenda or opinion in a situation, and they may not be willing to see each other as equals. In reality, no person is superior to another, regardless of the position. Each person has an equal right to have their needs met. Seek to understand the other person's point of view and let go of the need to be right. There are always two sides of every story. When we get caught up in our own story, it can be difficult to see the other side. Take a step back, breathe, and be willing to look at this from a space of love. And the other person still refuses to take into consideration your needs or the needs of the group. It does not mean that they have to let go of what is in your best interest or in the best interest of the group as a whole. You can always agree to disagree, but then move on. Whatever happens, refuse to contribute your energy to the power struggle any longer. Continuing as you have been is a waste of your precious time and energy. Pull out of this energetically toxic situation, then neutralize it with refusal to give it any more of your attention, at least for now. So, yeah, so it would be in your best interest, or Spirit is saying that you need to pull out of this power struggle, whatever it is. If there is someone that's ill, or, you know, what's that word? I can't even think. Terminal or anything like that, that there's a power struggle over, you know, step back from it, because even if the person is not conscious, but they're still passing, and they're sensing that energy around, that you're fighting with the whole group is fighting, their loved ones are fighting, you know, that's not a really good energy. So it might be time to pull back from that, for your own good, maybe for the person that's passing. Whatever the situation, it's time to pull back from that, because it's not all about the material things, and, you know, it's more of a higher, deeper level. So this also could be just someone in your material world as well. You could, for some of you out there, it could be just a relationship that you're having a power struggle with, co-workers, friendships, a partner, and this situation that you're in, this struggle, has really made you rethink things, rethink how life is, how death is, that there's light and dark, and seeing like that there's good in all of it, if that makes sense. I mean, nobody wants someone to pass or wants darkness, but, you know, realizing that it has a purpose, and it needs to be balanced out and accepted. So let's go ahead now and get a few layers. So that is the main theme. So now we're going to get a past influence affecting you this month, Leo. So let's see what's coming up. A past influence affecting Leo for June. Okay, spirit animal. We have the black egg. That's interesting that it's black, and black is, you know, associated with shadows and darkness, and it kind of resembles this card a little bit. We're going to go ahead and read what this black egg is. Interesting. Okay. Black egg. Really like a spiritual meaning. Let's see if we can find it. Spiritual symbol, black egg. Okay. Again, I gotta find this. They're not numbered, so. There's the golden egg. We found an egg, but it's not the right one. Black egg. Okay, black egg. Speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures. The truth inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies. Not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is balanced, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in. Books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions what do I know to be true about myself? And what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have an inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg honors and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment, in every situation. It's the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. So again, you're like looking for deeper meaning, really spiritual. You know, besides this power struggle, this is more like on the 3D sense, the earthly sense. But with you, what's going on is you're really tapping into like higher realms and deeper thought. Tapping into your soul, like what you are within, like your soul level. So really questioning things and curious. So that's why I think like this just needs to be let go, because it's just not meshing up with what you're experiencing inside, you know. So I don't know why I can't talk today. My throat chakra's going crazy. But yeah, whatever this external is, I think you will. I think you're going to step away from it, because with you feeling like this, that's just kind of small stuff or petty. The only reason I think you might be in this power struggle is it's over someone else you care about, like you're trying to protect them or oversee their wishes being met, and I kind of feel like somebody on the outside is trying to step in and take over or take charge of a situation and change things up that person, maybe if it is that person that has passed or whatever, didn't want. So I really think you're just trying to do the right thing here. But if you really think about it, the person that you're trying to protect would only want your peace and happiness and wouldn't want this battle and power struggle going on. All right, so now, the past influence is some kind of power struggle and you having to step out of this spiritual way about yourself, or the deep meaning of yourself, not being your authentic self, and battling with this person over something. So let's go ahead and get some tarot on this and we'll clarify. Let's see what's coming up with this black egg and this Thanos and power struggle. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands. Yeah, well, what is that? That is power struggle, right? That's conflict. So we're going to get a couple more. Oops. Now we have the Four of Swords. And that's so interesting. It looks like it's falling on that poor baby lamb there. Right? Doesn't it? So, with this competition and conflict, now we have the Four of Swords. So, let's see what else we're going to get. We're going to get another one. Let's see what else is coming up. And the Three of Pentacles. So that's interesting, because Three of Pentacles is all about like collaborating. And this is after rest and recovery, but you have this conflict. So, you know what I'm really getting, because this is the past influence. I really think something happened. It might have been something in your family was ill, or passed away or something like that. Maybe not, but that's what I'm getting for somebody out there. Somebody's medical health deteriorated, possibly even death. So, you're really like in your deeper self, you're connected to your higher self, and you really, question things, shadows and light and the deeper meaning of life and all that. So you're really into that. But then you had to kind of like get back more into your ego, your 3D more, which you should be anyway, balanced. But this is more like that lower vibration because you had to defend something and protect something. So this was the conflict. There was some kind of conflict. Then you like stepped back, started like getting into some rest, the contemplation and all that. And you started thinking like, I really got to collaborate and work with this person because we can't have this battle going back and forth. It's not going to solve anything. So, I think that's what's kind of started happening in your past. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get something else. We're going to leave these two out. We're going to get a few more cards here. All right, so now you're going to see what your roadblocks for this month will be. What are the roadblocks for Leo, June 2021? Roadblock for the spirit animal. We have the starfish. Interesting. Starfish is all about like, wishes and dreams. And let's see what the book says, okay? Starfish. Okay. So, guess what? Like in the stars in the tarot is like wishes and dreams. So I just kind of assumed as well that this would be. But you know what else it is? It's saying in this book, it's a beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty. Memorizing to awe, being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten the deeper callings. When this card appears, it is important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams do I put aside to please others? So yeah, it is about dreams, but it's also more about the, as well as the shadow, the superficial things. So again, if this was something like inheritance or something like that, money related, power, that's alluring on the 3D front, right? But there's some kind of battle conflict here, and you are participating with that is kind of lowering your vibration, and it's getting you off your manifestation path, your higher self path. So that's what's blocking you right now. So let's see if there's some tarot that will explain a little bit more of this. Oops. Okay, now we have the Daughter of Wands, the Sun, and the Two of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so in this deck here, the Daughter of Wands is actually the Page of Wands. So this is like a new beginning in some passionate creativity, some passionate idea, something like that. So if this is blocking you, I'm thinking like, maybe you had some great idea, or you had a great idea how to solve this issue, but it might have backfired on you. Because was a lot of conflict here, and it's something superficial. So I'm getting like this, and it's the snake coiled around this wand as well. So snakes can be like sneaky, cunning, so there was some kind of thought, I think, because I think you really did mean well, like with protecting this person that's passed or not doing well health-wise, or it could be even like financial or in the material world. You had like a protection against somebody coming in and trying to take over or take advantage. But then when you got like involved in the conflict and, maybe your lower vibration come out, there was some kind of energy here that maybe you had a thought, but it wasn't like it kind of like self-serving or manipulative or something like that. And it wasn't jiving, like your ego, your lower vibration ego energy was kind of clashing with what your real beliefs are in your higher self. So you had to make a choice here. You have to make a choice here. Which one you're going to go in. Are you going to like fight dirty like this person? Sometimes we do have to fight dirty. I get it. We do. Because some people just don't see anything else and we have to. But this is saying that it's not really vibing well with you. And you want to have this complete happiness and bliss. But this is kind of pulling your energy down where you're not feeling that. So there's time to, it's time to make a choice here. You know, to stand in your higher self. Stand in your integrity. And not focus so much on the material. Okay, so we're going to, yeah. So, okay, so we're going to go ahead and get a, yeah, I can see like emotions, when emotions take over, it can make people crazy. I'll be honest, this made me crazy before. If we don't keep them under control and we let our head overthink and our emotions get involved, sometimes that's not a good combination. So we just got to step back. We got to really step back and stand in our integrity and make the right choice here. In our highest good and our integrity. Okay? Because you do have the sun here. So, you know, wish fulfillment coming through, happiness. But I really think if you go down this path, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be a good outcome. You're just going to feel bad within yourself. It's going to make maybe the other person that you're trying to protect not feel well. Just like bad energy or something. Okay, so now we're going to go into this next part. This last part here is going to be possibilities of the month. Possibilities. Possibilities for Leo, June 2021. You know, some people, when they trigger us or tap into our emotional side, and especially if it's regarding someone we love, if it's taking advantage or hurting someone we love. And I know I'm a fire sign too, and I think everybody's like that, but fire signs, ooh, are we protective of the ones we love, right? We might say something to them, but you better not, right? No. Okay, so we got hummingbird. Well, that's beautiful. Hummingbirds just kind of, you know, go with the flow, right? They're kind of like little spiritual little beings, right? Let's go ahead and see what this little hummingbird is, what the message is coming through. Hummingbird. I'm buying him. Hummingbird. Where are you? Oh. Did I pass it? I must have. Well, looking through these other ones that's in the same area is, yeah, they're like all like spiritual little things. Okay. All right, so this hummingbird says it's positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it's learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. So when it's in balance, it's smart, curious, loves to learn. When out of balance, it's pushy, insistent, and sharp. To bring it to balance, take a class. All right, so what I'm getting here is, so when the little hummingbird here was out of balance, or you with this situation, because this is possibilities, you know, you might have been pushy and insistent and sharp and tapping down into those lower vibrational energies in your ego and really fighting this person head to head, not letting them take advantage of somebody you loved or you were protecting them. But, you know, now that you've realized that this just doesn't sit with you well, it's something off a little bit about it. Maybe it's upsetting this other person that you're protecting. You know, I think you're balancing that out or you're bringing it to balance this month. So you're going to be more into your, you know, spirituality, your higher self, learning things, because this is all about learning as well. And then it's suggesting to help bring that in balance is, it says take a class, but I would say like if there's anything spiritual that you enjoy to do, or maybe getting like Reiki balance done, or take a class like yoga, or if you like to paint, because that will clear out some of that negative energy and get you back in balance. So you won't be interested in like battling with this other person, right? So that's coming in, and we're going to go ahead and get some tarot, see what else comes in with this tarot. Okay, well, this one's come out. Daughter of Cups. Again, we have the Page of Cups. Well, we didn't have the Cups. We had the Page of Pentacles, I believe, or the Page of something, Wands. So this is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups. So you might be getting a new message, something to do with your emotions. It's also can be with your creativity. So again, you're getting energy about being creative. Whatever you like to do that's creative, drawing, writing, painting, singing, dancing. I think you really need to take time out to enjoy yourself a little bit and do that, and get out of that chaos going on. And now we have the Emperor. Yeah, being a leader within your life, not battling everybody else, being in that balanced authority and leadership, not dabbling in stuff that's not serving anyone, lower vibration, anything like that, fighting over material things. And now we have the Hierophant. Yeah, this is going within, and again, tapping into that integrity, living by your integrity, trusting your intuition. Okay, so it looks like for possibilities coming in, it looks like you're going to step back from that chaos, because it's just making you crazy, and focus on people you love, focus on things that you love to do that makes you more balanced and at peace and stable. Tapping back into your spirituality again, because I think you kind of lost it a little bit with whatever this chaos was going on, but it was from a place of you wanted to protect people you loved. So that looks like what the possibilities are for the month. All right, so now what we're going to do for you, Leo, is we're going to get a postcard from Spirit, okay? See if Spirit has a message for you. All right, let's see. Spirit, could you give us a postcard for Leo for June 2021, please? Postcard for the sign of Leo, June 2021. Do you have a message for Leo, please? Okay, so we have this card here. They don't really have pictures. They just look little quick postcards. So, all right, so it says, Dearest you, are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe fear of the future is weighing on you. We would like you to take a little break from all that and start having fun. Well, there you go. That's why you're being told to get into your creativity and tap into your higher self. Step away from the chaos. Okay? Let's see. When you stop fixating on what has been making you heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic in your direction. We just need you to let go a little. Spirit needs room and gets very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. When was the last time you really got loose, silly, and goofy? Maybe you need to go dancing or watch some funny comedy to make you laugh, or call the one friend you know will remind you of how ridiculously and delightfully giddy you can be. You will return refreshed and renewed and ready to once again see the world as less daunting, and you will be ready to receive in perfect timing the bounty that Spirit has for you. Don't you just love how much we care about you? So yeah, so you're being looked after, and it's saying, this is dragging you down, it's making you stressed out, it's making you in your lower vibrations, overthink, angry. So it's time to step back, because you haven't had fun for a while, because you've been like taking care of someone you care about, you've been protecting someone you care about, and you're getting involved in stuff that is more lower vibration and petty, and it's just dragging you down. So Spirit wants you to step back, tap into your higher self, your wisdom, meditate, contemplate, and do something fun. Laugh again. You haven't laughed for a while. So That's what Spirit was asking you to do, okay? So, that's your message, Leo. Have a beautiful June. Take care. Bye.